Hello everyone and welcome to more of my MLS coverage. You can go ahead and like this video if you want. You can subscribe to my channel, The Analyst 32. You can also follow me on Twitter at The Analyst 32 as well. This video is specifically covering MLS Decision Day and the first round of the MLS playoffs. They were close enough together I decided to put them in one video. So, as you will see in the graphic next to me, there are a lot of matches that happened. I'll point out a couple of them. So, Sporting Kansas City lost to Colorado on Wednesday, which actually turned out to be a pretty big deal in their placement for the playoffs. It ended up knocking them down a little bit, to say the least. On Sunday, October 25th, they did end up winning. They beat the Galaxy 2-1, which hurt the Galaxy's chances of getting a higher playoff seed. Also, a couple other things to look at. Portland ended up beating Colorado and did not let them be a spoiler for them like they were Sporting Kansas City. So that was a good one. You also saw Darlington Nagbe get a brace in that game. So that was pretty big. Also, FC Dallas beat San Jose, knocking out San Jose's chances at making the playoffs. Seattle beat RSL. Vancouver beat Houston to lock up the 2 seed. Montreal beat Toronto. Columbus Crew thumped DC United, even without Kai Kamara. So that was a huge match. Anyway, let's look at the playoff standings. So, the West, we have FC Dallas at 60 points, Vancouver at 53, Portland at 53, Seattle at 51, LA at 51, and Sporting Kansas City at 51. That is the order of what they were in for playoff seeding in the West. In the East, we have the New York Red Bulls at 60. Also, the New York Red Bulls did in fact win the Supporters' Shield, thanks to goal difference. The Columbus Crew are at 53. Montreal's at 51. DC United is at 51 as well. The New England Revolution are at 50. And Toronto is at 49. Now, getting into the first round of the playoffs. The teams that had byes were in fact FC Dallas and Vancouver, the New York Red Bulls, and the Columbus Crew. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened in the first round. So, DC United beat the New England Revolution in the first game of the playoffs, 2-1. You saw the Revs start out with a great goal in the 15th minute, a great bicycle kick. You should definitely check out the highlights of that. From Juan Aguadello, I probably completely dismantled his name, so I do apologize. Chris Pontius scored in the 45th minute and added time with a well-placed header, and then Shuttlesworth, the goalie for the New England Revolution, blocked a penalty shot that was pretty impressive by Chris Rolfe. But then later in the match, for the winner, Chris Rolfe got his revenge in the 83rd minute with a great kick and goal, pushing DC United into the semifinals. Our second game, Seattle and LA. Seattle ended up beating the Galaxy 3-2. Clint Dempsey scored early in the 5th minute with a great goal. He pulled Donovan Ricketts out, faking him out a little bit. Pulled him out of goal, made the net wide open for him. It was a quick shot, got it in there. And then just a few seconds later, really, in the 6th minute, Sebastian Lletget came in and scored a goal basically on a counter. So that evened the scores up. And then you had Valdez for Seattle score a great goal in the 12th minute. And then LA answered again in the 22nd with a great shot by Zardes. Now Seattle did have a goal that was disallowed about 2-3 minutes later, give or take. I haven't seen a lot from it, but I'm pretty sure it could have gone either way. But, you know, in the end, it didn't hurt Seattle because in the game-winning, or not in the game-winning, excuse me, Eric Freeberg hit the match winner in the 73rd minute, pushing Seattle through. So, in the end, it didn't hurt Seattle too much. They will be playing FC Dallas in their next game. DC United, well, I'm not exactly sure who they'll be playing, but we'll get to that here in just a moment. And I'll have that in our visual here. So, going into our next playoff games, this would have been Thursday night's games. Montreal, after beating Toronto on decision day, came up and thumped Toronto again on Thursday. You saw Barnier. Gosh, I probably dismantled his name. Goodness, French names kill me. But anyways, he got a great goal in the 18th minute. Piatti got a great goal in the 33rd minute, and Drogba had a nice little tap in the 39th. And really, they just cruised from there because Toronto didn't get very many shots on goal. And really, Montreal did a great job of shutting down Giovinco and really just rushing a lot of players at him whenever he had the ball. So, Montreal's looking strong. In our next match, and final match of the first round, Portland beat Sporting Kansas City in penalty kicks 7-6. This is after they ended up being tied after the second round of extra time 2-2. You saw an opening goal by Rodney Wallace in the 57th minute or so. It was one of those. It was a great goal. He got by a couple of defenders and pushed it through, and that put Portland up 1-0. And that really, Portland was kind of just playing off that for a little while and thinking they could probably cruise through the second half. And Kevin Ellis had something to say about that. He evened the score in the 87th minute. So we go to extra time. And Naismith for Sporting Kansas City scores in the 96th minute, putting them up 2-1. Now, this was a really stressful part for Portland fans. A lot of us are like, okay, here comes to our anti-goal scoring ways. And we really didn't have anything left. I mean, Milano got taken, eventually subbed off. Adi eventually got subbed off. But, however, Rudy has pulled through again. He's actually gotten a few goals this past week. In the 118th minute, gets a nice wide open tap in, ties it up 2-2, and we go to penalty kicks at the end of extra time. When it all came down, well, Sporting Kansas City had this ridiculous penalty that ended up bouncing off both posts and not going in, which is something you never see. If you get a chance, definitely watch the highlights. And Kwarse comes out, kicks the game win, or kicks what would eventually be the game winner for Portland, because in the next spot he saves the opposing goalkeeper's penalty kick and wins the game. A really clutch moment by Kwarse, and really just a great moment for Portland sports in general. So, this has generally been a review of what happened in the playoffs and decision day. You'll have some matches coming up, such as Portland against Vancouver, Seattle against FC Dallas. I believe Montreal will be playing the Columbus Crew, and New York Red Bull is probably going to end up playing, if I take a look here, DC United. Yeah, I believe that is it. So, and all those games, first leg, will be starting on Sunday, so definitely check that out. I will personally be at the Portland game against Vancouver this Sunday, and hopefully it isn't a torrential downpour. Well, we're Oregonians, we put up with it. But anyway, this has been another version of MLS Week in Review. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the other side of the pitch. We will, in fact, have a review video. Now, I will not be doing a review video for just the games of the first leg. It will be of the full semifinals, covering both legs. So, definitely check that out when I get there, and have a good one.